you fed up with the media feeding you doctored stories on the UK that aren't the reality? I've done all the research. Now enjoy the top 5 truths about the UK you need to know in 2025. Number 5. The UK housing market is one of the most protected markets in the world. For example, in the 2008 recession, the US house prices fell by 30% on average, while UK house prices only fell by half of that at 15%. Now how does that make sense when the US is the UK's biggest trading partner? The real reason is this is a protected market and will always be. On average, 230,000 new homes are built per year in the UK, while the demand for housing ownership has climbed to 6.37 million individuals in a position to buy a new house. With demand far outstripping supply persistently in the UK housing market, mortgage rates have increased by 2.46% from 2021, and the UK citizens are once again being priced out by the banks. Number 4. As you can see from the Institute of Employability Professionals, in the next 3 to 5 years, 8 million jobs will be lost to AI, and this is only the first wave. AI is quickly becoming a major threat to everyone's jobs in the UK, and they're not replacing them with any new industry or employment. From entry-level roles through to accounting, law, finance, medical administration, the job market will be stripped apart by AI's rapid takeover. At this rate, 1.6 million jobs will be lost per year, while there are only 480,000 new jobs created per year. That's a huge disparity. As you can see from my screen, ChatGPT can tell you exactly how to win a lawsuit if you're accused of theft, and leading to an astounding 1.12 million jobs lost per year. You need to be very careful looking into your job's replacement chances, as you could be one of the ones gone this year. Furthermore, hackers now have the potential to harness the power of AI to release your personal information right into their hands, and the cyber-secure environment isn't ready for this. What will be left of the job market if the government has no plan to replace the jobs lost by the threat of AI? These vanishing industries will be completely wiped off and people's employment will be at risk. What will be left? We will just be monitoring AI robots' performance using iPads. Remember, this is the first phase of AI, and its capabilities will only get stronger. It will replace many more jobs than you expect. And in the coming years, the whole world is going to change. At number 3, the crime rate of the UK is dramatically increasing. The streets of the UK are becoming unsafer by the day, referenced by government statistics themselves as of 2025. 1 in 2 rapes and sexual offences are closed with no resolution or outcomes for these poor victims. That's no deterrent for these despicable members of society to not do it again. 71% of theft offences are closed with no resolution for the victim or solving of the crimes. 52% of robbery offences are left unsolved without any resolution or justice for these victims. If the solving of crimes is constantly falling and the police are doing nothing about this to convict these individuals committing those atrocities, then what does this mean for the safety of the people of the UK? What does it mean for the safety of the children? What does it mean for the safety of families walking to and from their schools every day, their cars, and their homes? With a growing cost of living crisis, many individuals are turning to crime in the UK. Vehicle thefts are on the rise and exported to the Middle East and Africa. Mobile phone thefts are rife in central London. Rapes and sexual offences are persistently rising with this rapidly changing technological age. But the police are not achieving justice for these crimes. Corruption lies deep in Scotland Yard and the UK's overall police force, including the barristers, solicitors and everyone involved in the judicial process. This is leaving the UK's honest citizens in a vulnerable position. Children's safety is rapidly decreasing, with the police force more focused on deterring free speech by executing arrests of people who have posted on social media with controversial political ideas. It's fair to say their resources are not being used in the most efficient way. They're not targeting the most severe of crimes. They're not securing the safety of those individuals living in this great country. The hope for many UK citizens is that a strong-holded approach will be taken to stop this increase in criminality. At number 2, we all go shopping once a week or once a fortnight in the UK, and this is another area that has been impacted by a sudden price increase. As reported by the Institute of Grocery Distribution themselves, there's been an average of a 5% increase of all shopping bills in the UK. A standard UK family of 4 spends on average £650 per month on their shopping. This works out to be a £26 per month increase, working out to an extra £312 per year being spent by each family in their local supermarket. The cost of living crisis continues in the UK, driving more and more families into unstable financial conditions. When will the government finally take action on this monetary pressure collapsing on UK citizens, forcing them to choose cheaper and cheaper options when they walk down their food aisles every week? Actions must be taken against these large supermarkets persistently increasing their prices. At number 1 is the growing disgruntlement of the UK citizens. A vast majority of UK citizens are becoming agitated with governmental decisions taken in the UK. Politicians act upon their own personal interest, and never the interest of the people, and so many are fed up with the leadership of the nation. With 44,359 illegal immigrants arriving in the country between 2024 and 2025, being met with taxpayer-subsidised housing, free benefits, mobile phones and free healthcare, while tax-paying citizens suffer from rapidly increasing prices, housing and rental costs, while sitting on National Health Service waiting lists for months to be seen by one medical professional. This has uncovered a huge controversy with the British people. The government still remain fixed on allowing immigration to freely happen. This is an enormous kick in the teeth to legal migrants who outlay thousands of pounds and deep background checks to obtain their legal right to become a UK citizen. The controlled media persistently attempts to make the discourse into a racial issue. However, all British citizens living here are aware that all races, ethnicities and sexes live harmoniously side by side. It is a weak attempt at diverting the attention away from these corrupt politicians so they are not blamed for the atrocious decisions they are persistently making. That is the truth about Britain in 2025. If you found this video eye-opening, please share it with your friends, like and subscribe for more content, and leave a comment with your opinions too.